How's it going, everybody? This is Nathan O'Reilly, Vice President over here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Now, I have a quick question for everyone. Who else wants to sell more homes, make more money than you ever have before without giving up your personal life to do it? I want you to kind of sit back, think about, and just imagine a real estate career that earns you a very rewarding income while working reasonable hours, in complete control of your own schedule, able to have plenty of time to pursue other outside interests that you guys have. We want this to be your reality. So we have Todd Walters over here that will be coming up on stage. He's a $1 billion real estate agent. He's done over 8,000 transactions, over $30 million in gross commission income earned. Yes, gross commission, not sales volume, gross commission income earned. Top 10 RE/MAX agent worldwide, top 20 agent in the United States. He's a platinum and titanium coach with the Craig Proctor system. He is the co-author of Death of the Traditional Agent, Rise of the Super Profitable Real Estate Team. He's featured in the Real Estate Rainmaker Guide to Online Marketing, and he's also featured in the $1 Billion Agent. So Todd and Craig have co-founded Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. What they've done here is they've taken the #1 system for growing a real estate business, and they've turned this into a real estate brokerage. So they wrote the book on this. Like, they actually took the book and wrote it. Death of the Traditional Agent, Rise of the Super Profitable Real Estate Team. They know exactly how to create businesses. Todd and Craig have created more millionaire real estate agents than anyone else in the US, not only in the US, but internationally. Are you ready? Are you ready to help more people buy and sell the place that they call home? Make more money elevating your lifestyle, put yourself in a position to give back more to those in need. Then let's welcome to the stage, we got for you, Todd Walters.
Thank you, Nathan. All right. Hey, welcome everyone. Are you guys ready to rock and roll? Yes. I want to thank Nathan firstly for introducing me. And yes, real estate business, over 8,000 real estate transactions. Okay, so it can be done. Okay, and $30 million in real estate commissions. That seems like a lot of money. And you know what? It is. Okay, look, growing a real estate business is complicated though. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, we all want to get it right. Would you agree with that? Okay, well, look, we exist to help. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, hey, Todd, like, why did you name your real estate company Your Home Sold Guaranteed? And it's like, well, because that's what the customers wanted. Okay, allow me to show you what I mean. So let me share it with you. If you go to Google and you do a search for Keller Williams, you see right here, when you do that, there's over 198 million search results. So when you go to Google, you type in Keller Williams, 198 million search results. Now, if you're a Keller Williams agent, you're like, whoa, that's pretty good. 198 million searches for Keller Williams. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. No question about it. What about RE/MAX? If you're a RE/MAX agent, there you go. It's 126 million search results. Not as many as KW, but that's a lot. Would you agree? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's look at Compass. You're like, Compass? Yes. 339 million search results. It's like, whoa, that's like twice RE/MAX. And the answer is yes. Okay. Why? Well, Compass is in the news recently. They took their business public. So not surprised by that. Okay. What about EXP? Look at that. 362 million. A little bit more than Compass, but 362 million searches on Google for EXP. So what does this have to do with what I'm talking about? Well, look right here. When you type in Your Home Sold, it's 2.4 billion searches. That's with a B. So now you know why we named the real estate company Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Reason why? It's what the customers wanted. And what do you want? More customers. Plug in the word guaranteed in addition to Your Home Sold. Your Home Sold Guaranteed. There's still 665 million search results that come up. Twice, more than twice any other real estate company that's being searched online. Let's pick it up here. A successful real estate career. The definition of a successful real estate career. All right. First bullet point. You got a steady stream of clients who automatically seek out your valuable services without you having to do any cold prospecting. You're viewed with respect by clients who value your advice. You provide them with superior service, which results which leads them to refer you to others and give you their repeat business. Okay, let me repeat that one more time. You easily, not hardly, but easily provide them with superior service and results. That leads them to send you more business and keep coming back over and over again. Okay, how about this? You work a normal work week or less. In other words, you're able to take plenty of time off to pursue outside interest and make a rewarding income. Okay, so let's look at this again. Analyze successful real estate career. Steady stream of clients seeking you out. Now you're probably asking, how in the world can you guys make such a guarantee? Okay, well, let me share it with you. Okay, throughout the presentation today, if you find yourself ready to say goodbye to roller coaster income and you say hello to 10xing your success and reclaiming your life, go to www.yhsgrcall.com. That's yhsgrcall.com. Now, for full disclosure, okay, to be an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed is by application only, and the opportunity is limited, and you're going to discover why here as we roll forward. Good. Now, what you're going to see on this reveal, okay, well, how to sell more homes and make more money than you ever thought possible without giving up your personal life to do it. See, that's a prerequisite for us, is that real estate, selling real estate should not be your life, no matter how much you like it. Okay, like you want to make time to be able to give back or pour into others. And that's a belief that we have here. Okay, so, but you're going to see all of that over the next little while. This includes how to get guaranteed clients, as many as you can skillfully handle, how to only do the parts of the business that you most like, how to improve your skills so you dominate, and a pathway to what you most want in life. Okay, and the one simple step that you have to take to claim it all. All right, so I'm going to ask you to stick with us to the end today. Try to eliminate any distractions. Like, this is your time to think and act clearly with your long-term goals in mind. Your future hopes and dreams, they deserve your absolute best and full attention over the next 3 hours. Okay? All right, deal? Deal. All right. So, do you believe in association? Are you like me? Do you believe in association? Like, this is Jim Rohn, and Jim says you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So right now, make a note. Make a note. Who are the 5 people that you spend the most time with? Okay, just make a note. You're the average of those. So what you'll discover is real estate professionals who are the most successful typically spend most of their time with others who are successful like that. So you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Now, I'm not telling you to abandon some people, all because some of them you're married to. But what I am referring to is that, hey, you need to be very aware of who you hang out with matters. How many of you have kids? Right. So if you have a child, you don't want them hanging around kids that don't make them better. Is that right? Okay. So you get to decide who you choose, who you hang out with in life. Okay. But it is a real thing. So in keeping with association today, I want to introduce you to some very special guests that you're going to be seeing throughout the next few hours and over the course of this presentation. Okay. We're going to have Dr. Ike Reichert. He's the CEO of Must Ministries. He's also the Chief Inspiration Officer at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Rudy Kazuma. Rudy is a multimillionaire real estate agent with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Nathan Clark. Nathan is a multimillionaire real estate agent, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Shelly Salas. Shelly sold over 900 homes last year. Okay. So at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Tracy King. Okay. #1 in the whole state of Tennessee. Tracy's going to be here to join us. Okay. As well as Jason Backenfuso. And Jason obviously is a very successful real estate agent. That's why he's here today. But he's going to share with you a thing or two about using other people's money. That's right. So throughout our time together today, what you're going to see is new and innovative ways of doing things, how we do it at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Okay, so let's start with our ladder of success. Okay, so a referral agent is simply someone who's not actively outselling real estate. For example, I may recruit a client. Right, you're going to discover today our referral partner system is we recruit clients, okay, who send us referrals, and I would sponsor them. They get their license, and I pay them referral fees. And you may be thinking, oh my gosh, that's genius. Yes, that's part of our system. That's a referral agent. Okay, a team member is simply an agent, either inside or outside, that's on a super profitable sales team. Okay, a solopreneur is like many of you. You're a single agent and you want to sell more homes and make more money. Okay, a quantum leap system agent would be someone in the Craig Proctor system, in the quantum leap system, okay, that is building or scaling up their real estate sales team. Okay, and of course, an owner operator is someone who has a Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty brokerage. So let's pause there. Okay, we're one of the very few places on planet Earth where you can go from agent to owning your own real estate brokerage, sellable business asset. And we encourage it and we help people do that inside the brokerage. When I was at Remax broker was not encouraging me to go out and get a Remax franchise. Quite the opposite. We are, though, the opposite. Okay, we're going to encourage every real estate agent as at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. We're going to encourage everyone to grow. So if your aspirations are to have your own real estate company, this may very well be the thing for you. Okay, so it's a pathway to all the success that you want to have in life as a real estate professional. Okay, so let's look at the pay plans. Like, what is the investment to be at Your Home Sold Guaranteed as a real estate agent? Well, you're going to discover that this is the best value in the industry. You will not be able to beat this based on what you're handed on a silver platter, specifically the customers. Okay, so on the left, we have the monthly fee, and on the right, we have a transaction fee. There is no commission. You keep all of it. We don't want any of your commission. Okay, that doesn't exist here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Okay, now you'll also see that on the monthly fee, it says paid by vendor, and the answer is yes. And you'll see on the right, transaction fee paid by client, and the answer is yes. So the way business operates, guys, is that it uses other people's money to pay for everything. Real estate agents typically don't do that. That's what we call an industry norm and standard, is that real estate agents have to fund everything. But in the business world, businesses use other people's money to pay for everything. Like, imagine a bank. Okay, a bank uses your money, okay, to pay for things, payroll and other. Is that right? Okay, they take your money, they invest it, and they generate more money from it. So it's not a foreign concept, but for real estate agents, they haven't done it. Okay, so if you choose a pay plan, that's your pay plan for the year. Okay, so $197 a month. Okay, $997 transaction fee. And you're probably saying, that's a lot of transaction fee. And the answer is no, it's not, because the real estate commission on a listing is like 6%. So if it's a $300,000 home, that's $18,000. That's 18 times this transaction fee. Okay, so comparatively speaking, no. And we're going to show you and teach you how to collect money from others, vendors, transaction fees, it doesn't matter. So essentially, the more homes that you sell as an agent, you can see the transaction fee goes down. But you pick your pay plan, monthly and transaction fee, monthly transaction fee. So you can choose $197 a month, $997 transaction fee. You can choose $497 a month, $597 transaction fee. $997 a month, $397 transaction fee. $197 a month, $1,997 a month, $197 transaction fee. Let's say you're a real estate sales team, or you become one. It's $1997 a month for a team leader, and $197 a month for every agent on your team. Okay, and then on every closing, it's $197 transaction fee. If you want to be in the quantum leap system, Okay, in other words, you want additional coaching and training and systems on growing your real estate business into a super profitable sales team like I've done. Okay, that's an additional $1,190 a month. Okay, now, newsflash. We donate $100 from every real estate transaction that you do. We donate $100 to your self-employed pension. That's right, your SIP. As a real estate professional, your home sold guaranteed, you get set up with a retirement account that we pour money into on these transactions. Okay, so now write this down. Cost is only a factor in the absence of value. Okay, so right here. So your role today, partly your job is you evaluate this opportunity to be an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. As you evaluate the opportunity, is to evaluate it based on value, what you get out of the deal, right? Isn't that what you're going to do anyway? I would expect. So I can assure you that what you're going to see is the most value that you could ever want in any deal as a real estate agent. Okay, so if you do not increase your income by at least $100,000 over the previous year, we'll pay you the difference. Okay, so what is the value of that? Now, if at any time throughout the presentation today, if at any time, okay, you feel called, you can go to Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty Call.com, YHSGR Call.com. This real estate company that we're inviting you to be a part of. Well, the best place to work, buy, and sell real estate. That's our vision, to be the best place to work, buy, and sell real estate. What's our mission? Our mission is to positively impact the lives of people through second mile service, innovative systems, and charitable giving. Our motto is go serve big. When you put others first, you'll never be second. And our daily routine is increasing real estate professionals' incomes by 300% or more without you giving up your personal life to do it. What are our core values? To innovate, inspire, impact, and influence. Okay, so hang on those core values. Innovate, inspire, impact, and influence. So everything that we do, the decisions we make as a business and collectively with all the agents, is we filter things through these core values. Hey, is it innovative? Is it inspiring? Is it making an impact? Okay, are we influencing people? That's our core values. So if you align with these, you're in a good place. All right. So we call this the real estate company of the future, and we're inviting you to be a part of it. The plan, the system, the model, the mentor is all there. Okay. And this thing's growing. Okay. So for example, I'll give you a little, to give you a short story on it. Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty was first launched in August of 2018. Like the concept of having a brokerage with the #1 USP in real estate history as its name would enable agents and brokers to combat the trend of paid media becoming more crowded and less profitable and capitalize on the trend of SEO. Remember, I showed you that in the beginning when we started today. I walked through what Google says is happening with real estate companies. Okay, I just use real estate brands, Keller Williams, Remax, Compass, EXP compared to Your Home Sold Guaranteed. You got it? So the concept of having a brokerage with the #1 unique selling proposition in real estate history as its name would enable you to combat the trend of it becoming more and more expensive to get business and would capitalize on the trend of getting business for free. That's called search engine optimization or organic business. So in March of 2020, we officially licensed Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty to 10 of our inner circle members in the Quantum Leap system. That was what you saw on the map, okay, with all the flags of Your Home Sold Guaranteeds across North America. But by 2021, January of 2021, this thing had grown to over 20 with locations in 11 states and 2 Canadian provinces. So our vision is to be #1 in helping you go help more people. The best place to work, the best place to buy, and the best place to sell real estate. 1,000 Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realties, okay, positively impacting millions of lives with second mile service, innovative systems, and charitable giving. So if you possess a belief, like Zig says in his quote here, okay? If you possess this kind of belief system that you can have everything in life that you want, if you'll just help enough other people get what they want, if that's a belief mechanism that you have, then Your Home Sold Guaranteed is the place for you. And you'll want to get to yhsgrcall.com and take advantage of the opportunity. So we created Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty to give business-minded real estate agents access to the same plan, the same systems, the same model, and the same coaching that I personally used to go from college dropout, bankrupt, living in my father-in-law's basement, okay, to one of the top real estate agents in all of history, selling over 500 homes a year, earning millions and millions in commissions. Like, if I can do it, you can do it. So this is our system, okay? And I'm going to be sharing with you a good bit of that today, and how you can benefit from it by getting as many buyers and as many sellers as you can skillfully handle, handed to you on a silver platter. And most real estate agents, tell me if I'm wrong, but many real estate professionals, their pipeline is broken. It's inconsistent. It's an income roller coaster. We want you to get off of that thing, okay, and into something that is consistent, so consistent that it's dependable and predictable. So we call this the quantum leap system, to go from where you are now to making quantum leaps in your life, especially financially, okay? So if you do this, if you take advantage of this opportunity that's being presented to you today, if you do this, okay, you will go from this solo practitioner, juggling all the balls, doing everything yourself. It's really difficult, isn't it, to be at your kid's ball game and out with buyers at the same time. Very difficult to do those things. Somebody's going to get cheated, okay? So yes, if you take advantage of this opportunity, you will go from this to this, to this, to this, okay? After all, it is about lifestyle, okay? It is about lifestyle. And how you want your life to look, what you want to do with your life, is going to be predicated on what you do and how you do things with your real estate career. All right, so if you missed this earlier, okay, you feel free to grab your device, cell phone, scan the QR code, okay, to get further information on this amazing guarantee. The only guarantee for real estate agents in real estate. Okay, if you do not increase your income by at least $100,000 over and above what you made the last 12 months, if you don't earn an additional $100,000 being a real estate agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, if you do not have that kind of income increase as a minimum, we will pay you the difference. So throughout our time here together, if you find yourself ready, I'm ready to say goodbye to roller coaster incomes, and I want to say hello to 10Xing my success and reclaiming my life, just go to www.yhsgrcall.com, yhsgrcall.com. Okay, and remember, for full disclosure, this is by application only, and we can only take a limited number of real estate professionals due to the exclusivity, okay, and of course, number of customers. We want every agent to have an abundance of buyers and sellers, as much as you can skillfully handle. Okay, so as a reminder, as we move forward, you're going to discover how you can sell more homes and make more money than you ever thought possible without giving up your personal life to do it. And this includes you getting guaranteed clients, as many as you can skillfully handle. Okay, only doing the parts of the business that you most like and are best at, and improving your skills so that you don't compete, you dominate in this market. And the pathway to what you want most in life. For me, that's freedom. Okay, for you, you know what it is. And the one step that you must take, though, the one step that you must take to having it all. Okay, so let's continue. Just stick with us to the end. Try to eliminate all distractions. This is your time. As I said earlier, this is your time to think and act clearly with your long-term goals in mind. Like your future hopes and dreams, they deserve your absolute best over the next few hours. Let me introduce from our all-star panel, Mr. Nathan Clark. Nathan, how are you, big doc?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Todd.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. So I've gone ahead and set this up for everyone, Nathan. I introduced you earlier as a multimillionaire agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, but you're obviously a lot more than that. But you've got quite a story, kind of like mine. I shared mine a little bit. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your ride with this system, generating business, what's happened with your team, kind of where you started, where you are right now, and we'll pick it up from there. Is that okay?
Sure. So I'm going to have to go way back, 2004, when I got licensed in real estate. So I got licensed 2004. I was the young age of 20, just before 21. I always remember that because I can remember I could sell someone a house, but I couldn't buy a beer. And I remember getting my license, and my father did this before me. And I really envied the position that he was in because he was doing it for so long that he had a following of people that would call them to look to sell their house. And obviously, I was just starting out. So what I was lucky enough to be able to do was do open houses and find ways to scratch around some business from other people that were doing it. But I really was able to do about 25, 27 houses a year. But I was working 80, 90 hours a week, literally sleeping at the office. Sometimes I'd wake up and be like, oh, back to work. And I had to find a better way to do that. In about 2005, I met a man named Craig Proctor. And I went to called up Craig. I wanted to be number one in the world. Craig was number one in the world. So I figured, hey, who's better to find than Craig? So I called up Craig. Craig told me to go to one of his conferences. Went to a conference out in Arizona and did my first meeting with them. And I knew right when I saw his system of how he was able to help more people and sell hundreds and hundreds of houses without giving up his free time, that this was a system that I wanted to follow. And so I started implementing that system right away, and very quickly found out it worked. Went from 27 homes sold to 50 my first year. After that, after meeting Craig, to over 100 the year after that, to 150, 200, just in that order, able to grow the team to over 500 transactions last year. But the biggest thing, and what it's always amazing, is following this system, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, and Craig's system and Todd's system here was, the more houses I would sell, the less I would work. And I remember in the beginning, I never believed that, but I literally work less than 40 hours a week, and selling over 500 homes a year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an amazing thing once you get the system running, Todd, as you can say, you've seen it. It is like a machine that you can just step back and just watch house sales pop out. Yep. And it's like a machine.
Yep. And it's a system. So great story. So your home sold guaranteed. I think you're probably number one, up in New England. You outsell just about everyone. So I thought that a great thing for us to do right now was talk about the problems. Like, we know that real estate agents have problems. Like, if you're watching right now, if you're joining us and you do not have issues or problems in your business, then let us know. All right. But I'm going to assume that almost everyone has some level of issues. Like, what are the problems? So we want to identify these problems and show you how we solve these, how all of your problems magically disappear. So we're going to do that, Nathan and I. So anyway, congratulations, Nathan. That's great. Great story and great levels of success. All right. So the first bullet point on the problem that we solve for the agents watching would be like not enough clients at a pace fast enough and at levels high enough to achieve your goals. So I want you to weigh in on this, but tell me if I'm wrong, is that when you get into the business, you always believe you will have enough clients to be able to make a good living selling real estate. Is that right? I don't think anybody gets into business that believes they won't. We all believe we will, like we'll figure it out or we'll find out or something like that. But it doesn't take long for agents to discover, like, oh my God, this is a real problem. I'm not getting enough clients at a pace fast enough and at levels high enough to achieve my goals.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem that most agents face, especially in my backyard here, is not enough customers to make enough money, to make enough income, to make it worth it. I was looking at just yesterday, sitting down with some new agents out there, looking at the average net income per brokerage, the net income is somewhere between $18,000 and $26,000 is what the agents take home net. A lot of people like to speak of the gross numbers of the $100,000 and stuff like that, but the net income, what these guys are making, is far below that. And it's just because they can't get enough clients. And that's a very desperate feeling to have, of just not knowing where your next transaction is going to come from.
So we make that problem disappear. We're going to show you how in just a little bit. So let's keep going with these problems. Feast or famine roller coaster. A lot of real estate agents can't, I don't think, figure out why they're on a feast or famine roller coaster. Either they've got a lot of business and it seems like 2 months later they got none. So why do you think that is? Why do real estate agents find themselves on a feast or famine roller coaster, Nathan?
Because they're trying to do everything themselves, Todd. It really, in today's business age, whatever business you're in, there's no way that you can be generating leads, calling leads back, showing houses, listing houses, doing home inspections, doing appraisals, whatever you have to do, the 119 things all by yourself. And what happens is you get too busy and you stop prospecting.
Yeah, you got it, dude. All right, schedule. So people get into the business because they want to make more money and they want to be in control of their own schedule in life. But it seems like the first thing that goes is control of your own schedule.
Definitely. The number one reason why most agents get out of business is the amount of time that it takes and the income level that they get back.
Yeah.
Just not worth it.
So it's one of the things that we take a lot of pride in and pleasure in is being able to help real estate agents get their life back. And a lot of people figure, well, how does that work? We're going to share more. We're going to show you that here in just a little bit. But these problems go away for you as an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. All right. Now, when it comes to doing things or getting things done or wanting to grow my business, you got to do some sort of implementation, right? So for example, once you're a real estate agent, you got to go out and compete in the marketplace and you're going to be on a listing appointment with another agent competing with them. You got to have a really good presentation, for example. Well, just making time to implement or figure out or put together a really good presentation to compete in the marketplace with complete strangers requires implementation. So it's not that I think, Nathan, agents are lazy or lack work ethic. It's just that they lack clarity on exactly what to do and how to get it done to actually grow their business. Have you seen any examples like that out there?
I would say the clear business model lacking with that would be advertising. Is not understanding the purpose of advertising.
All right. Well, what is the purpose of advertising?
Very simply, to get the phone to ring, to get customers in front of you. So you can talk to them about buying and selling real estate.
Yeah, it's funny because some of the times I'm driving around, I'm looking at billboards. You would think that the purpose of advertising is to promote themselves. I think that a lot of agents believe that the purpose of marketing or advertising is to promote themselves. But I started out today by proving to everyone that if you promote yourself, then you actually end up with less customers. But when you give the customers what they want, in other words, promote the customers' needs and desires, then you end up with more customers. So you're right, that's marketing. All right. Number one deficiency in the industry today, for sure, is skills. Real estate agents get their real estate license, they go out there and start selling real estate, and then they're competing with people like Nathan, who is a monster. You're going to lose to this guy if you're up against him on a listing appointment or a buyer appointment or in a multiple offer situation, right? So Nathan, what are you doing with agents to help them with their improving their sales, negotiating, and closing skills?
That's huge. When we interview these people, we survey the agents out there. The biggest question, there's no training, there's no coaching. I was looking at a recent study of how long the pay by experience level for realtors. This was on payscale.com. And I can share it with you, Todd, but the average agent, how long it takes them to get the experience level is 5 to 9 years in real estate because they just don't have the training or the negotiating skills of knowing what to do out there. And that's something you have to focus on. But once again, if you're always busy doing and doing the deal, you're never going to have time to stop and sharpen the axe and figure out how to do it better than always do.
Yeah, we put emphasis on sales, negotiating, closing skills to convert strangers in a super competitive market. So most people can convert referrals or their friends or their family members for sure. But when it comes to trying to do more business and you got to go compete out there and it's strangers, buyers and sellers that don't know who you are, this is when the skill level really matters.
Yeah.
So that problem goes away for any agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Okay. Now let's look at the next problem that we solve for agents. Automation to sift and sort the leads into those that are ready now versus those that are not ready now. This way, we're spending our time on the leads that are ready now, and we're spending our system, follow-up system, on the leads that will do something in a longer time frame. Right, Nathan?
Yeah, yeah, that's a huge one. All these leads that you generate, they're not all real leads.
How many leads did you generate just last month?
Last month, we generated over 1,500 leads.
Okay, so you got 1,500 leads. That's a lot. And I did open up today by telling, I told every agent, like, we're going to give you business as much as you can handle if you want it. And you're going to see that. We're going to prove it to you. But look, we don't want to just, tell me if I'm wrong, like, we wouldn't want to give an agent prospects or leads that they can't convert and sell. Like, that would be a waste of time for everybody included. It doesn't, quote, monetize out if somebody wants to move in 6 months and we're trying to convert them today. Is that right?
Right. So, and the same problem becomes is, how do you get a hold of 1,500 leads? And you spend so much time calling the wrong one versus calling the right one. So you got to have some kind of system and way to sift and sort the people that are looking to make a move now versus the future.
Yeah. So another problem we saw for you is zero resistance benefits presentations that compel prospects to sign with you, whether it's a buyer or a seller, sign on your agreement, okay, at a much higher than average fee. So cost is only a factor in the absence of value. So Nathan, one of the things that we're proud of with Your Home Sold Guaranteed across North America is that the agents at those companies earn more money, by far more money per transaction as a percentage of sale over and above the average agent in the marketplace by a long ways. So a lot of people are, like, how is that? How is Nathan, getting, like, I don't know, what do you guys get on the buyer side? What do you guys get on buy sides?
4%.
All right. So you're getting 4% on buyer sides. And in your MLS, like, what's the average?
2%.
All right. So it's 2%. You're getting twice as much money. So immediately real estate agents like, that's impossible. You can't do that. Well, not everybody says that, because the people watching today are like, I want to know more. Like, I would like to get 4%. Wouldn't you? Right? That's what people are saying. So how does that happen? So just write this down. Cost is only a factor in the absence of value. So obviously, a zero resistance listing presentation or buyer presentation actually is proving to the customer they're going to get what they want. And when they do, when we prove that to them, okay, show that to them over and above what they can get on their own or with somebody else, then the cost or the fees become essentially a non-issue. Did I get it right, Nick?
100%. That's what we focus on. Agents are so hyped up to talk about lowering their fees, and they love talking about those things. But they don't like to talk about getting paid more because it makes them squirmish about charging more money. But they got to realize, man, not everybody is focused on what's the cheapest, right? There's people that you fly across the world to go see as a doctor. And then there's doctors in your backyard that can't even cut a living out. So there are people that if you have something different that they want, they will pay you for it. And there's nothing wrong with having that. But most people just don't know what the people want. And that's what's important about back to marketing.
Yeah. So, hey, raise your hand if you guys would like a pay raise. If you want a pay raise, you want to earn more per transaction, same amount of work, same amount of time that you invest in it, and you'd like to make more from it, raise your hand. Okay, so one more time, you're going to see a little bit later, I'm going to show you how much more it is. For Nathan here, twice as much. So when agents join Your Home Sold Guaranteed, as Nathan says, typically they earn twice as much money per transaction than they did where they came from. And that's something we're very proud of. All right, we want everyone to earn more, not less. Okay. All right, so now let's piggyback on that, Nathan. One of the problems that real estate agents have is they don't know how to negotiate and collect a fee. It's one thing for me to get the customer to say yes to it. Yes, I have no problem paying you more. But when it comes down to actually negotiating it in and collecting the deal, this is when agents kind of fall apart as a buyer's agent. So what they're accustomed to doing is they let the listing agent decide how much you're going to make as a buyer's agent. One more time. allowing the listing agent to decide what you earn as a buyer's agent is a problem that we solve for you. So Nathan, talk about that.
Well, I mean, you got to ask yourself, what are you going to do when 0% is the average commission the agent's paying out? Because it's happening now, $1. Let's face it, listings are flying off the market in this market right now. But I've been in 3 different recessions. You can definitely see the difference in different markets. But right now, they don't need much heavy lifting from buyers agents, so the fees are going down, and that might never change. So I think you got to get good at setting your fee and knowing you're worth it and demanding that. And learning how to collect a fee from the buyers. But once again, I think it's in our own minds because we're just so used to, this is how I was told real estate's going to be done, that a buyer will never pay me to work for them. Yeah. Or a seller will never pay me more than X amount of percent to sell that. And that's just old school thinking that if you can bring the value, show them the value, do a great job, people are willing to step up and pay you for it. But that does mean that you got to do the good job for them.
Yeah, right. One of the things that we can all agree on is that an industry norm and standard is to refer to a client once there's a closing as a past client. Okay. But our belief is no. There are no past clients. They're only lifetime customers. Right. So a system that actually turns a customer into a lifetime customer predictably and affordably. Okay. Again, there are no such thing as past clients, only lifetime customers, right, Nathan?
You said something really good. Yeah, lifetime customers. But you said something really good there, Todd, too, is advanced coaching. But you know where you get these things is from hanging out with other top producers in the industry, not in your backyard, whatever state or town or city you live in, but hanging out with other top 1% producers around the world. And you learn ways to do it different, to think different. You hang out with eagles, you soar high. You hang out with the ducks, well, you're with the ducks.
That is true. So, and we all want to move today's market. Today's market is that people look for things online. There's organic and SEO that didn't used to exist. So a magnetic consumer benefit rich brand name is essentially marketing. So when you put name out there or a name, can it actually be magnetically attracting? So when you think of it this way, Nathan, the way marketing works, it's either you're attracting or you're repelling. So a lot of people think that some things don't matter. But what you and I have discovered in marketing is that everything matters. Every letter, every word, arrangement of the words, everything matters. There's nothing neutral in marketing. And since you're forced by law to have to promote your brokerage, does it matter? Nathan?
100%. Look at how people are searching online, how important SEO is. Mm-hmm. So your name definitely matters.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people don't even know that is a problem they have.
I remember the first time I went on TV, I was interviewed by the person interviewing me, and they thought I was a lawyer. Nathan Clark and Associates was the name of my company then.
It was, yeah. I remember that before Your Home Sold Guaranteed. You were Nathan Clark and Associates, and I remember watching the commercial or the TV spot, and I said, "Do you sell insurance?"
It's just a regular name,
Are you a law firm?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So think it through. Is this true? Is there such a thing as repelling and attracting and repelling? Is that a real thing? Then if it is, everything matters. Yeah. So we got this one right. This one we got right for sure. Okay. All right. Here's another problem. A plan. So a plan. So Nathan, can you imagine building a house without a house plan?
Yeah, but that's exactly what I've learned through this, was exactly a business plan of what to do, what not to do. That, maybe in 40 or 50 years, I'd figure this all out, but I was able to kind of give the blueprints of how to build this. And that's what we were given with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Here's a blueprint how to make this huge, which is awesome. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's just, if you can copy and implement, you can do it.
Yep. Amen, brother. Okay. So now that we've shared with you the problems that we solve for you as an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Now let's look at what you get. Okay, what you get. And as I said earlier, if at any time you're motivated to get off the feast or famine roller coaster. 10x your life, all right? 10x all your success, reclaim your life. Just go to yhsgrcall.com. This is by application only, and there is a limited number of, or a limited room for real estate agents. Nathan, why is it limited? Like, why wouldn't we be like every real estate company and take anyone who wants to put their license there? Why is it limited?
We just don't want everybody. You want people that want it and get it and have the skill to be able to do it. So it just shows you that it works too, that you can't just, not everybody can jump in and have it, right? That's how most brokerages work. They're in the business of just selling a franchise. This is a limited number of people can do it to be able to handle the area and the amount of business that.
Right. So first, we've talked a lot about this. We should drill down a little bit more. Number one, clients, leads, referrals, and appointments, guaranteed as many as you can skillfully handle. So if I'm an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed right now, Nathan, how many buyers on average would I be working with right now if working with you? How many buyers am I averaging?
15.
Okay, 15 clients on any given day.
Any given day, about 15. Depends on how many. The agent might say, hey, listen, I don't want to sell 15 houses a month. They might say, hey, I want to sell just 3 or 4 or 5 houses a month. So we got to gauge that, about average about 15 clients per month,
right,
to reach their goals.
So that's why we say as many as you can handle, because it just depends on you. I like that the way you made that point, Nathan. You may want to sell 3, you may want to sell 4, you may want to sell 20. Okay, because we all can handle whatever we can handle. Mm-hmm. All right, it's just all matched up with skills and goals. Okay, whatever your skill level is and whatever your goals are. Okay,
we've had agents, they want to make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a month, and we give them the business to be able to do that. And we have some that want to make $20,000, $30,000 a month, in commission. So it's really up to them.
Okay, so great. So how many of you would like to get leads, referrals, and appointments guaranteed as many as you can handle? Okay, good. Now, commission checks. So what agents get, we talked about that just a few minutes ago, but what agents get are bigger commission checks. Now, a lot of people think in order to get a bigger commission check, I've got to go sell more expensive homes. Right, Nathan? But that's not true.
No, it's actually the opposite. In my state of Rhode Island, we don't target $1 million listings, $1 million buyers. We've sold them before. But I learned a long time ago that looks really good on HGTV. But in reality, in the real world, I'd rather sell 4 $250,000 houses and be able to service those clients, make them happy, versus just working with $1 million listing for months. In my area, $1 million listing is a lot of money. I know there's other areas of the state, the states that's not that much, but because we can demand what we believe we are worth, we can show the client that. We can demand 66% more of a commission. Where other agents are fighting who could be the cheapest to earn their business, we demand the highest price. We're known for having a higher price. Before we even go in the door, the client knows we're not the cheap real estate agent, and they still call us out there.
It's funny because the best restaurants out there are the most expensive restaurants out there, and you have to make a reservation to eat there. So it's the way the world works, but I don't know why I think it's just because real estate agents just aren't around people like we're describing right here, us and others at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, to understand like you can earn more per closing, and we're going to help you and show you how that plays out. Okay. So as a matter of fact, it is a fact. We're going to prove it to you in just a little bit. I'm going to show you that I'm going to show you commission checks. I'm going to show you closings. You're going to see proof that the agents at Your Home Sold Guaranteed earn more money per closing, as a percentage of sale than any other agents in the marketplace. Nathan, you said you're getting 4 on buyer sides when the average commission in MLS is 2.
Yes, yeah, it's just a fact. But I think he said something really good. I just want to dig a little deeper on is the best restaurants. You can go to Denny's or you can go to a great restaurant like Sienna, 2 different prices, but also 2 different clientele. I'm going to tell you, the people that give us the most trouble in real estate, they don't want to pay us. They want us to jump through their hoops. They want us to do it their way. They fight us the whole entire way. And the most thing you see in common with those people is they're cheap, right? Where wouldn't you rather have a client that sees your value, is willing to pay you for your value, listen to your advice, and then give you referrals because you do a great job and not fight you the whole entire transaction? That's what you get when you're able to really sell someone and have something to sell them that they can see the value with it and they're looking to pay you. Going after the low hanging fruit that people that just, hey, 3-4%, whatever is going out there, people are paying. Those people are going to give you the hardest time. People that are willing to pay you more because they know you get what you pay for. The great clients, we love work with those clients.
Yes. If you're an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, you will be able to deliver customers more than they're paying for. All right. Now, next bullet point, what you get, more listings. After all, we are home of the Guaranteed Sell Program. Okay. Your Home Sold Guaranteed is a real thing. So, and the customer always benefits from the highest price as opposed to other iBuyer companies where I benefit from the lowest price. Okay. iBuyer company buys it, they resell it at a higher price. So our Guaranteed Sell Program attracts more sellers and more prospects. So Nathan, this has just been an absolute freaking game changer in terms of a steady flow of customers to you over the years when you introduce this program into your business, right?
Number one game changer, Your Home Sold Guaranteed, you're all buy it. Why would you not want to name your company your logo, your exact USP, Your Home Sold Guaranteed? It's a no-brainer. It's been a slam dunk. I've been a proponent for it. How many years? I've been using it, 15 years. Number one cash cow USP out there.
It is. So if I'm an agent watching, I'm like, wait a second, Nathan and Todd, wait a second. I don't want to guarantee the sale of somebody's house because I'm having a hard enough time paying for mine. Like that's the last thing I want to do. So I just tell agents, don't worry about it. If it doesn't sell, I'll buy it.
There you go.
Show and teach you how that rolls. That's part of our program and system at that. But if you like the concept of being able to guarantee the sale of a customer's home, if you like that, and they always benefit from the highest price, okay, then this is a great benefit for you at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. All right, let's talk about the Quantum Leap system. The Quantum Leap system is what real estate agents use to scale up their business. So if you decide you want to go from solo agent to super profitable sales team business, that's the Quantum Leap system. That's Craig Proctor. That's Todd. That's all the coaching, the training, and all the systems that we do. I called it 3 systems in one. We showed earlier, Nathan, the 6 boxes broken down into the 3 parts: the lead generation system, the lead conversion system, and the lifetime customer system. I detailed that a little bit, but this is a real thing, right? You've described it before as literally like a franchise.
Yeah, it's a turnkey system. Here's what you have to do, and is really just stick to the script, stick to the system of, if this happens, do this. If that happens, do that. And it's a blueprint of just, this is exactly what you have to do. And it's not a quest of not knowing if we're going to get there. It's just been proven by thousands and thousands and thousands of other agents and team leaders around the world of, this is what you have to do. So I get people watching this right now that are like, I could never do that. And I get that because that's the level that you're on. But when you step up and you start hanging out with other people that you see that are doing just what we're talking about right now, you get there. You start soaring to that level and you raise your lid and you raise your vision. And I think that's exactly what I've learned from this system, is be able to see further and bigger in a bigger picture of accomplishing the things that can happen there.
Yeah, 100%.
And that only comes from other mentors and coaches to be able to bring you there.
Yep. You're the average of the 5 people that you hang around with the most, Jim Rohn. All right. So when it comes to revenue share model, like you've discovered that real estate agents that are even on your team, Nathan, earn more than they did ever on their own at their previous brokerage. It doesn't matter what company they were with, Keller Williams, Remax, EXP, when they come into this system and you're giving them as much business as they can handle, even working with you as a team member, they earn more. Is that right?
100%. On the other side, never had anybody leave and make more money.
Yeah. So all right, we already covered pretty good the whole SEO, Google search. Okay, so Look, if you're going to put your license somewhere as a real estate, you got to put it somewhere. So why wouldn't you have it somewhere that without you even doing anything, you get business and your home sold guaranteed? We've proven that. We've shown you that. So huge benefit on what you get there. All right. The other one is being able to back up what we say. If we're going to tell you that you're going to get clients, you're going to make more money, you're going to sell more houses. Okay. If we're going to tell you all that, it only makes sense that we would do what any business does outside of real estate. Okay. All businesses have guarantees that are great. Amazon guarantees, Walmart guarantees, Apple guarantees. All great businesses guarantee something to their customers. They reverse risk. So why wouldn't we do that? If real estate agents actually do increase their income, doing it this way, okay, we can guarantee it. We should guarantee it, and we do. So you'll earn at least $100,000 more. Okay, whatever you made last year. Okay, $1, 300,000. Whatever you made in the last 12 months, just add another 100 grand to it minimum. And if you don't earn that, we'll pay you the difference on it. And Nathan, have you ever had to pay out the difference?
Absolutely not. Our agents average over $150,000, $156,880 net income.
Yeah, after all expenses.
And that's net. That's in their pocket.
Yeah, working a normal work week or less, able to pursue outside interest. I've seen the agents at these companies that spending time on the boat, they're spending time with their families, they're traveling and doing the things that they should be doing, like volunteering for great nonprofits and charity, pay the difference. All right. So let's talk about like, hey, I may not want to work forever. And like there will come a time in your life will you will not be able to go as hard as you're able to go right now. Even some people watching, like, that's me right now. Certainly understand that. So, and we want you to be able to retire if that's what you want to do. If you want to retire from selling real estate, can you? Okay, so what most real estate agents do is they can't. They haven't had the means or the mechanisms or the help to be able to allow that to take place. Okay, well, we've set this up for everyone. It's just a self-employed pension. I mentioned this earlier, Nathan, to everyone, is that everyone gets a SEP and the brokerage donates money to the SEP on closings. You can do it as well because the money's coming in from clients. Okay, and you just take it and we set that up for you and we help you. And that's all part of our system. We want everyone to have that if you want it, and it's available for you. So you know this, Nathan, like we did pretty well young. Okay, you're still young, but we did pretty well young, selling a lot of houses, make a lot of money. I made $1 million in commissions the year my first kid was born. She's 25 now. So I remember that. Okay, you made a lot of money pretty young, like selling real estate with what we're going to give the agents here today. So I only wish I had someone. I only wish there was someone in who I was connected to then to help me do this, and I would be way further ahead in terms of assets and investments, especially what's going on in the market today, right?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that most agents don't realize is, hey, you make $100,000 a year and it's great, but you still got to pay healthcare, you still got to pay for retirement, you have all these things, and there's no guarantee of the future. And as you said, the tomorrow is not promised to us. So what are you putting away? Yeah, I wish somebody would have told me that. But I know you, Todd, you still have your first million saved.
Sure. It's hanging on the wall. I should spin the camera around, show it framed to everyone. Right. All right. So this is a biggie. One of the other things that we give you is the ability to be able to play the game outside of MLS. All right. This includes finding properties that are not in MLS, and there's a lot of them. Okay, agents are right now like, how can I sell houses? How can I find my buyer houses that are not in the MLS? Because the ones in MLS, there's like a dozen offers on them every time I go to do it, or 5 offers or 3 offers, whatever, multiple. Okay, what about this? You list a home and you can sell it without putting it in MLS. If you're an MLS agent, if you're a member of the MLS, you have to play by their rules. But we've been able to create a separate business to allow agents to do business outside of the MLS. We're going to show and teach you how to do this. It's not illegal, obviously, because we're not in jail. We're not getting fined. This is fun. Okay, but there is a right way to go about things and a wrong way to go about things. So we figured out and we practice the right way to do things for customers and agents if you want to play ball outside of the MLS. You'll double in more deals. Your seller gets the benefit of not having tons of buyer's agents come over and rape them from their money and stuff in their house. You know what I mean? Like, that's the buyer's agent's job, is to take things from the seller and give it to their buyer. Okay, so this can absolutely be a benefit for you if you're interested in that. So Nathan, this is a trend anyway. There's more and more properties being sold outside of the MLS. That's not a secret, I don't believe, for anyone.
No, I mean, listen, guys, I don't want to get too off subject here, but it's funny how history just starts repeating itself and going back, but MLS is not. I've never seen such a time, and I think COVID kind of kicked this off. People don't want a bunch of strangers coming through their house anymore. MLS is not the answer anymore, because it's just become too much the norm. Heck, you can put your house in MLS for $400 or $500 if you want. I've never had more sellers request not to be on the multiple listing service than ever in my life. Where before people would be like, I got to be on MLS. Now people are just like resisting it because they don't want to deal with all the trash you have to deal with basically, MLS's socialist views of how everything needs to be handled in there. They just want to treat everybody the same, and every listing to sale and every seller has to act the same as everybody else. Which is really getting a lot of pushback. So there's going to be a future very shortly that will not, everybody will be off MLS.
Yeah, we're just well ahead of the curve on it. Like everyone identifies with this. Like, we can all agree on this, is that when you do list a house and you put it in the MLS, you lose it. Zillow takes all the leads, Redfin takes all the leads, Realtor.com takes all the leads, and other real estate apps and websites take your leads from you, turn around and sell them to other real estate agents. That's not a big secret for anybody here. Now, that's not necessarily a reason to not put an MLS, but what if we could show you how to basically sell houses, find homes for buyers outside of the MLS? And again, that is an option and partly how we do things at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Okay, there are homes in MLS, there are homes that out. But how do you do it outside of MLS? Simple. You have a non-MLS brokerage in addition to the brokerage that you currently have. That's it. That's how it works. It's not anything complicated. It's real and it's legal and it works. And agents love it, Nathan. Okay. So final bullet point on what you get as an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. We touched on this earlier. The best training and coaching in real estate, and we guarantee it. If you are an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed and you can find coaching and training that is better than you get from Your Home Sold Guaranteed, Craig Proctor, Todd Walters, the other masterminds, if you can find better skills training, okay, better training on selling real estate, if you can find it out there, let us know, and we will donate $10,000 to the charity of your choice. Okay, we guarantee this is the best training and coaching in real estate, period. Right, Nathan?
100%. I'm living proof. You talk about the 10x. I would be about 100x where we were to where am I today. And I wouldn't be on this call if I didn't believe in it, and I wouldn't be behind you for 15 years talking about it if I didn't believe it.
Okay, so now that everybody understands the problems we solve for you and what you get as an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, I'm going to ask your permission for us to prove it to you. We're going to show you now all of this. Okay, so we're going to start with the leads. Okay, we call it the automatic reverse prospecting system. There's a shot of Craig and I on stage giving out another Millionaire Agent Top Dog Award to somebody. Nathan, you've been a Top Dog Award winner. So great people get these awards, but all of us, including me, we start out with pretty much nothing. I started out in my father-in-law's basement with nothing. Okay, and so I've said that. Look, if I can do it, anybody can. But when it comes to generating leads or getting leads or giving you guaranteed leads, understand that we function from a place of abundance, overflow. We want more leads, more clients than we can sort of get to. And this sort of guarantees that the agent will be in a position of abundance, right, Nathan?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you're going to get more clients. You're going to have more closings. So we're going to give you leads. We're going to give you referrals. We're going to give you appointments, and as many as you can handle. Okay. Nathan, I think you said that pretty well. Hey, some people can handle a lot. Others can't handle as much. That's okay.
Man, I get so excited talking about this because it is so great. It's like a fire hydrant and how quickly it can change your life. And, just to be hanging around with people that have done it, these other real estate companies, they've never done it. This is a company that's been doing it for years and years and made more millionaire real estate agents than anybody else before. Man, it's like a fire hydrant of information that you just can't, so much to learn and so much to grow. It's just awesome. And I'm very happy, very proud to be part of it.
Yeah. So if you're motivated, you're like, hey, I want to get in line. Like, I don't want to miss out on the opportunity. Okay. Yeah. You want to get off the income roller coaster. You want to 10x your success and reclaim your life. You want to get to yhsgrcall.com right now and book your breakthrough call with us. We'll have a conversation about it, start the application process. Okay. So there are 3 options agents have at Your Home Sold Guaranteed when it comes to business. Three options. I'm going to share them with you right now. Okay. Now there's a QR code up on the screen. See the QR code? Okay. You can grab your phone, grab your device. Okay. Scan the QR code and you'll be able to open up a video on what we call the lead flow chart in our direct response marketing systems. Okay, you can check it out and get a great overview of how this rolls. Okay, one more time. If you're watching and you're looking for additional information right now, maybe you're skeptical, scan the QR code. Okay, all right. So here are your 3 options. Okay, you can run our ads, and I'm going to show you in just a few minutes our ads and how they're superior to any ads that you've ever ran in your life. Okay, they generate more business. So you can run our ads. That's up to you. That essentially is you doing it on your dime and on your time. Okay. All right. Option number 2 is we'll run the ads for you. That would be our time, but your dime, because you get to decide how many leads you want. You want a lot, you want a few. Okay. Or number 3 option is we'll just give you the clients. Okay. And that would be on our dime and our time, and you'll just pay a referral fee for that business. Okay. There's your 3 options. You will choose which one. And what you'll find is that most agents, they do both. They do it all. Okay. Some people though, Nathan, right? At Your Home Sold Guaranteed, they just say, yeah, just give me the clients.
Yep.
Because they're getting as many as they can handle. So they like that option. But others want to kind of build up something on their own. So they want to be, they want to build their own team. No problem. Then you get pretty good at having us run the ads for you or running them on your own. Makes perfect sense to me. So, but allowing agents to have this kind of flexibility here has been, we found to be the best model for real estate agents.
It's a win-win-win for everybody.
Yeah. So again, you can scan the QR code and get some additional information on that on your phone and check out that video. But again, I wouldn't wait on the opportunity. There's a limited availability, limited number of agents by application only. Go to yhsgrcall.com and book your breakthrough call to take the first step. All right. So this is what we're going to run through over the next short while when it comes to the leads. So we want to show you the business, okay? Unique selling propositions to generate come list me's. How many of you guys would like more? Hey, I want to sell my home. Come get me. Yeah, of course. Direct response marketing is how you laser focus and target what we call ideal customers. Who's our ideal customer? Well, Nathan, you and I, we like move-up buyers. So we can run very specialized ads to target those types of customers, all right? Then I want to share with you our solution to the problem that you have in terms of escaping obscurity. Like the reason I think real estate agents struggle sometimes, Nathan, is just not enough people that know who they are, okay? So we're going to show you how you will escape obscurity. People will know who you are. Everybody in your database will send you more business through our intent-based branding system. We call it being omnipresent. Oh my gosh, I see you everywhere, okay? So there's the lead generation system, all those leads guaranteed, and we're going to finish it off with 10xing referrals, more referrals, more referrals. So I'll leave it like this. How would you like to receive at least 1 referral a year from every single client for life? What would that do for your life and your business? Okay. So here's the first 2 boxes of the Quantum Leap system, running direct response lead generators and using technology to sift and sort the prospects so that we're spending time with the ones that are ready to go now. And we're using our system for follow-up for the ones that want to do something in the future. Okay, so this guarantees the agent higher quality leads and appointments right in the beginning. Nathan, any final words before I let you go, my man?
No, man, I'm always here. If anybody has any questions, they'd love to talk to me. You can reach out to me, 401-232-7660. would love to be able to help you. Love to see you join our great group. We have great things planned in the future, and I'm excited about it, man. We are going to be the biggest and the best ever.
Yep. Changing lives, focusing on the consumer. I love it, buddy. All right. So Nathan, I'm going to let you go. I want to thank you again for your time and pouring your wisdom into us and that sort of inspiration. Great job. Congratulations. And I'm going to continue on with another special guest on our all-star panel here. So thank you, Nathan. Go serve big, buddy.
Thank you, Todd.
Okay, and continuing with our all-star panel, I want to introduce you to the great Rudy Kazuma. Rudy, how you doing, big dog?
Great, Todd. It's my pleasure. It's good to be here.
Yeah, man. Well, it's good for you to be here. Trust me, everyone's in for a real treat learning and talking to Rudy Kazuma. Now, Rudy's a multimillionaire real estate agent, team leader, business owner, your home sold guaranteed. So, Rudy, we're glad to have you, man. What I'd like for you to do is tell a little bit of your story about we'll call it your rags to riches story. Like, I remember meeting you a long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago, decade or more ago. And you weren't selling very many houses. As a matter of fact, from what I remember, you actually had to send your kids back to Indonesia to live with your family so that you could sort of try to figure out how this real estate gig works. And I'm like, wow, that's a tough thing to do. But obviously you figured it out here with the Quantum Leap system and everything that we have to offer. So what we've done today is we've shared with agents the problems that we solve for them and what they get as an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Okay. So they're pretty excited. Many of them have already gone to book a call with us to discuss the opportunity. Because I did tell everybody, for full disclosure, Rudy, that it's limited. In other words, we do by application only, and we limit the number of agents at these companies. So I think everybody fully understands that. So we're going to pick it up there with you and me showing everyone the leads, like how we generate these leads so everybody can see, hey, this is a real legitimate deal. So you ready to rock and roll? Tell us a little bit about Rudy Kazuma. Who are you? Why should I listen to you about anything?
Well, I met you, Todd, about almost 10 years ago, right? So when I first met you, I got my license 2007, worked 7 days a week, literally 7 days a week, 15, 16 hours a day. I'm closing about one deal a month. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm closing about one deal a month. But what I realized is that working 7 days a week, 15 hours a day, like I'm running out of time. And then what gets me crazy, Todd, is this. When my wife delivered my baby, I couldn't even be in the hospital with my wife because the agents are calling me to open the super lockbox, right? So when I met you, and then when I see this Quantum Leap system here, I realized that, wow, there's a legitimate, proven way to develop a real business, right? I thought I had a business, but no, I was just working 7 days a week. There is no real system. I'm just trying to figure it out. So that's but I knew when I first get introduced to Quantum Leap system, I realized that, wow, this is a $4 million GCI business. So I know I have to dedicate my time, resource, and everything I got. So that's when you mentioned about I have to make a decision, right? Okay, I have to commit 100%. So I realized I have to pay the price, and the price was who takes care of my baby. So that's when I sent out my baby to, because my family, my mom, everything is in Indonesia. It's just me and my wife here. So I send them there so my wife and I can focus on implementation on the system. Yes, in 2018, 2019, that was my last one with Remax before joining Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty in January 2020.
So I want you to picture our lead generation system as its own pipeline. And I want you to picture that pipeline like it's a stool. And a stool has 3 legs. That way you've got a firm, stable foundation. If you kicked one of the legs out from the stool falls over. So we start with a firm, solid foundation. So if something happens in the marketplace that hurts one of the lead generation system pillars, typically what happens, the other two get better. And that's how this works. Like, you need a firm foundation. Most real estate agents don't have a pipeline, don't have a lead generation system, so to speak, let alone having at least 3 pillars, okay, underneath their business. Okay, now there's no limit to the number of pillars we can build down on a real estate lead generation system. I'm just giving you guys an idea of, this is a great starting point for us to present this to people. So we're going to look at all 3 of these. We're going to look at USP marketing, we're going to look at database marketing, and we're going to look at direct marketing systems. Okay, so Rudy, let's start with the unique selling proposition. Okay, so talk about a USP. What is it, and why is it important to the agents at Your Home Sold Guaranteed?
Essentially, what a USP is, it answers this question, right? Why? Why should I do business with you over and above thousands of other real estate agents? Or I could have sold my home myself. Think about it. Right now, if I'm thinking of selling my house, I could have gone to Zillow. I could have gone to any online companies, and I would just get instant offer. So unique selling proposition, the USP, is critical. One of the most important reasons to, for me to go from selling 10 homes a year to 500 homes a year is this, the USP, because it answered the question, why should I do business with you over and above thousands of other agents in your marketplace, or I could have sold myself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it. And most real estate agents don't even know what a USP is. They think it's a package delivery company. So just the fact that we talk about unique selling propositions and make sure that every real estate agent at the brokerage understands what a USP is and promotes themselves exclusively and compellingly is different than what goes on out there at most real estate companies. So got it? So if you don't have a compelling USP, you're not setting yourself apart from other real estate agents in the marketplace. This is the unique selling proposition we're most famous for. I was the first real estate agent in Metro Atlanta, according to research done by Best Agent Business, the first real estate agent to use those words in marketing real estate. Your home sold, guaranteed, or I'll buy it. Okay, so cool. That's pretty neat, being first to market. And these words are magnetic, but that's an example of a unique selling proposition. Now, Rudy, we said a little bit ago, a lot of real estate agents are nervous about, jumping out there and saying, well, oh my gosh, Rudy, I can't run around guaranteeing the sale of a house, because if it didn't sell and I had to buy it, I would be in trouble. And so I just told everybody, hey, don't concern yourself with that, because if it doesn't sell, we'll buy it. Like, I'll buy it. Rudy will buy it. Nathan will buy it. So don't worry about that. We show you and work with you on being able to do these things. But when you've got that kind of unique selling proposition, like, you're in tight. Now, just for disclaimer and disclosure purposes, everyone needs to know that not everybody can use those words. These words are licensed to us to use. So as an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, okay, we're licensed to use these words. Your Home Sold Guaranteed, or I'll buy it, is a trademark, a copywritten trademark, according to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. You can see that Craig owns those words. He decides who uses it. Craig is co-founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Okay, so we get to use it. Other people don't. So if other people are using it outside of our system, look, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office says we can shut that down, and we do.
That is a jackpot, Todd. Think about it, you guys. What Todd just said just now. As a real estate agent, Todd, before, when I was with ERA, Coldwell Banker, Remax, those are all great companies, okay? But the problem is, from the consumer perspective, I look the same like anybody else. Yep. In fact, during my life, people call me, it's because of the brand, Your Home Sold Guarantee, I'll buy it. So this is genius. And the fact that we have it patent, think about it, the intellectual property, if you really understand business, this is, you have something that no other competitors can have it. If you take away everything else, Todd, if you take away everything and you just license me this, it would have been worth it to be this. Because in the value of intellectual property, this is genius.
All right. Well, let's look at it from a comparison standpoint. Seth as a real estate agent out in Denver, Colorado. You can see he's with Remax. But if you're a prospect and you've got two options, like who are you going to call here? Who are you going to call if you want to sell your house? Given the absence of personal connection, who are you calling? Given the absence of personal connection, who you're calling? Look, Seth's business card there or ad or whatever it is a representation of a norm and standard in the industry. That's a representation of what's normal and standard. But if you look closely at the card, it doesn't even say what Seth does. Got it? Seth makes an assumption that customers will know what he does for them. And making assumptions is not what marketing is about. Marketing is about attracting. So Seth here is not attracting really anything. You know, if he's given his card to his friends and families, they got his contact information. But outside of that, that's a total loser of a message in a marketplace. Now, I don't want Seth to lose like that. And Seth has every opportunity to become part of your home sold guaranteed and do exactly what we're talking today. He just chose not to. Okay. I've retired from selling real estate. Okay. I earned, I don't know, tens of millions of dollars, lost count, selling real estate, doing it the way on the left. Seth still sells houses. So, and I'm not saying I'm any better than Seth. I just said I made a choice to do things differently, to focus on what the customers want. One more time, on the right, it doesn't even say that Seth sells real estate. And agents look at me when I say that and say, wait a second, Todd, wait a second. It's obvious. And I'm like, is it? Is it obvious that Seth sells real estate? Well, what kind? Luxury, first-time home buyers, move-up buyers? Like, why would I list my home with Seth over and above Todd? Okay, yeah, big difference. All right, let's look at the other side of the card. Okay, who says that you only have like one business card? For agents at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, they have 4. There's one for sellers. This is one for sellers. You're the agent with buyers. Okay, you're the agent with the deals. Okay, that's a card for buyers. This is a card for your clients, your lifetime customers. Okay, here's why you should send us referrals. We're going to donate a portion of our income to a great worthy cause. Okay, see that? The agent that gives back. And then, of course, if you're like Rudy, he's looking for team members every second of every day. So he has a card for real estate agents. So that's a pretty good way to look at the differentiation, Rudy, between how we do things and how the other agents and businesses out there in the marketplace do things. But it doesn't stop with there. Like for buyers, we can reverse risk. Hey, if you're not happy with your home purchase buyer, we'll buy it back. The area's only buyer protection plan. How would you like to be a real estate agent that can actually guarantee that a buyer will be satisfied with their home? And if they're not, we'll buy the thing back or turn around and sell it for free. Okay, that's all part of what we call performance guarantees and risk reversal. Like Rudy, even the signs that we have, they stand out, draw the attention of prospects and bring them right in because we're talking to them and what they want. Like, buy this home, I'll buy yours, right?
That sign, Todd, literally makes millions of dollars. So think about it, you guys. Let's look at the sign, buy this home, I'll buy yours. Who do you think will call from buy this home and I'll buy yours? Especially now, the market the way it is now, this is genius because the one who's going to call from buy this home and I'll buy yours is not just any buyers. It's the buyers that has a house to sell, right? So the easiest way to generate more listings is from the buyers.
Yeah.
So this sign alone, buy this home and I'll buy yours, literally like been making millions of dollars.
Yeah. So a lot of agents right now, they kind of look at us and they're like, but I can't do that. And I'm like, but you're part of someone who can. You're part of, we're going to show you, teach you how this works. Do you want to be part of something like that or not? Like, look at the sign where it says awesome guaranteed home sale. Here's what we discovered is that the reason some homes get more calls than others is because it just has a built-in demand. Some homes have more demand created for them just by their sheer existence based on how it looks, where it is, all of those things, right? So how can you create a sense of urgency on a for sale sign? Well, if we told the customer that this is a guaranteed home sale, guess what they're going to do? They're going to be like, I better call before it gets away. and it increases the demand for the home and raises the price. Sellers love this, and they reward you with even more referrals and repeat business. As an example, okay, we could sit here and talk for an hour about the for sale sign, Rudy, but it is a powerful lead generation system, and there are lots of options for agents to use on signs at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. But I think it's only fitting that we show the one that attracts the most amount of business. Okay, so we're going to help you. We're going to help you as an agent. We'll get your cards. We'll help you get your signs. We'll help you get all set up. You don't have to worry about those things. Nobody's turned out on their own. It's not how we roll, because we want you selling more houses, not less. So if you get caught up in having to implement all these things and do these things on your own, we know how it works. You're not able to get to the customers that we're giving you. So remember what I said earlier. If you're motivated now to go to Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty call.com. That's YHSGRcall.com. YHSGRcall.com. Go ahead and book your breakthrough call, because people are doing that. We are getting people booking calls. This is by application only. There is a limited number of agents that we can bring into the company, as we said earlier, simply because there's a limited amount of business in the marketplace. Okay, here's one with Craig, Rudy. Every agent will promise to sell your home. Craig guarantees if your home doesn't sell, Craig will buy it. Okay, and that right there made Craig Proctor very, very famous in the world. #1 in the world selling real estate. #1 agent of all time. Great job, Craig. Thanks for licensing us and allowing us to take this mantle and run with it. And it's been pretty powerful. Here's one right here, Rudy. I think most of our audience watching right now would like to have a buyer that also has a home to sell, because they get 2 deals out of it. Is that right?
That's the brilliant way to generate listings, especially in today's market.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So FYI, what you're seeing here is copywritten and trademarked. So you, as a real estate professional, get to become part of something that is exclusive, and it gives you an angle in the marketplace that other real estate agents don't have, can't have, and won't have. So all of this, as you're able to see, contributes to our ability to generate a lot of customers. And we turn around and pass those customers on to you, and you're generating them as well. After all, if that's your sign in the front yard, you're probably likely to get more sign calls. So move up to any one of my listings. I'll buy your home for cash. According to the United States government, is a trademark held by Craig, licensed to Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty agents. All right, now let's go and let me share with you some additional. Okay, now let's go and let me share with you some additional ads and information on this whole system. Okay, so here we are on our coaching site. Just jumped right into the coaching site that the agents at Your Home Sold Guaranteed have access to. I'm going to come in here to the ad generator. Okay, again, this is exclusive stuff for agents here. All right, I'm going to jump into the ad generator, click. And what is the ad generator? Well, the ad generator is where we've got our best ad templates. Okay, and down here, I'm going to click on some of our USP ad templates, like we were looking at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, or I'll buy it, for example. Move up to any one of my listings and I'll buy your home. I'll just click on that one. Okay, so when I click on that template, you can see there's a Facebook template, there's a postcard template, there's business card templates. Okay, so we can run these ads however we want to run them. All right, now included with every single ad that we have, okay, all of the dozens of amazing ad templates and ads that we have, they all come with its own lead generation website. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to click on what that looks like. So this is a template, because yours would say whatever area you sell real estate in, it would be automatically there. Okay, and you can see this is the landing page website for that particular offer. So we drive prospects, if they want to not call you, but go get information without having to talk to you and generate the lead that way, we want them to do that. So they can go to the landing pages, okay, and request the free report on that offer. Okay, again, every agent gets this. When I request the free report on that offer, okay, I'm going to get the report. So if I'm the prospect, the report's going to be automatically generated and sent to me. And here's examples of the reports. In addition, okay, I'll come down here to the postcard template. You guys can see right here, it says, or you can call a free recorded message. Okay, you can call a free recorded message and order the information or get the information that you want that way. Well, guess what? Okay, all of the agents at Your Home Sold Guaranteed in the Quantum Leap system, okay, we're automatically going to outfit you with these information lines. I just went to the coaching site and you can see every agent gets 2 info lines. What's the benefit or value of the information line? Well, let's just go take a look. Some prospects would prefer to get information without having to talk to you. So they'll go to the website or they'll go to your information line to order the report that gives them the information. Okay, so here I am in one of the hotline numbers, okay, logged into the coaching site, in this case under me. And you can see over here on the right-hand side are all, look right here on the right-hand side down the screen, costly home seller mistakes, renters, inspection, okay, all of our offers, including the guaranteed sell program, there it is right there, we were just looking at, okay? All of our offers are here, and the scripts have been pre-recorded, okay? Pre-recorded scripts. As a matter of fact, let me play that. I'll just play one of the scripts right now so people can see. I just got to push my sound through sharing my screen, and I'll give you an idea of what that sounds like. Let's go to the Catch-22, one of my favorite scripts, how to avoid getting stuck owning 2 homes or none at all.
Every month, thousands of homeowners are faced with the stressful dilemma of whether to buy first or sell first.
Can you hear that, Rudy?
Yes.
You see, if you buy before selling, you could run the risk of owning 2 homes. Or, just as bad, if you sell first, you could end up homeless.
All right. So that script continues, and we offer up the report to avoid getting stuck owning 2 homes or none at all. So if we go back to the ad generator, okay, and I click back one more, all of our performance guarantees, USPs, all of them come with landing pages, information lines that make it easier for the agent to get business while they sleep or while they're out with other buyers and sellers. Let's look at a couple of more, Rudy, and we'll talk about them, and then we'll move on. Tell me about your experience being able to guarantee price. So I'm just going to click on this one here that says, your home will sell at your price, guaranteed, or I'll pay you the difference. What's your experience with that offer?
Have a lot of iBuyers, it will do well. In my marketplace stock, there's not too many because I'm a little bit on the higher price range. But I understand if you are in like San Bernardino, in a slower 300,000-400,000 price range, there's a lot of iBuyers, then that will be a powerful USP.
Mm-hmm. Same thing here, risk reversal for buyers. Okay, that if you're not satisfied with the home purchase, then I'll turn around and sell it for you and not charge you a commission. That's a pretty good risk reversal offer. Everybody understands that. So why would you offer up? Why would we even do this? Because it's what customers want. Customers love what we call risk reversal. So the point that we're making right here is no matter what the performance guarantee that we have, we're going to teach you and coach you and show you how to use these in the marketplace to dominate. You're going to get the websites and landing pages for all of these, okay, including an offer like this. Every single one of them comes with its own website and landing page, okay, as well as the free reports, okay, and the information lines that come pre-recorded. So it's what we call a done-for-you system. That makes it easier for you to get business faster and go out there and sell more homes and make more money. Or we'll just give you the business. We've talked about that quite a bit here. We can just give you the business. We'll come back and look at the ad generator here in just a few minutes. So Rudy, I want to talk a little bit about right now. I want to talk a little about statistics. Okay, statistics. How big a deal are statistics? Does it matter? What are statistics? Tell me how you use statistics. I'm going to use this postcard right here. We'll use this as an example. What are statistics and how can we use them?
Absolutely. There are 6 So before we go there, do you guys realize what Todd is showing us today? This is the only company that everything is a proven template. It literally is a franchise prototype. But yeah, let's go back to the statistics here. There are 6 ingredients to make sure. You taught me this, Todd. There are 6 ingredients to make sure your message is compelling. So number 1. So any message you have, it could be a billboards, postcards, radio, direct mail, social media, right? Depending on the medium. So it's a proof of you prove your point, right? So number 1, to show that you sell more homes. You compare your numbers with the MLS statistics. You compare you over and above the average agent. Mm-hmm. You sell homes faster. So again, you look at your numbers and then you look at the average agent on the MLS.
Right. So the reason we're sharing this with you is because every month we're going to provide you with your stats. Okay. And we're going to give you the statistics. Your stats are going to be really good as an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. You're going to have the best stats in the marketplace. You're going to sell more homes for more money faster than the average area agent. You're going to have a database of buyers just based on the lead generation systems that we have. You're going to be able to take that to the marketplace and dominate. So we're going to give you your stats. Okay. And you will have good stats. Okay. We have the best stats in the marketplace. More homes being sold for closer or above the asking price than the average, selling homes faster, and they're more likely to sell, plus we're the agent with the buyers database of buyers in waiting. So we want to give you an example of how we use statistics or superior statistics to do that. So to make the point there, all right, you can grab your device, you can grab your phone, and you can scan the QR code. Okay, go ahead and do that if you want. Go ahead and scan the QR code, and you'll see a video where I demo this very special statistics program that all of the agents at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty get. So imagine sitting with the seller, showing them your superior statistics or showing them the statistics in the marketplace, okay, on what's happening with real estate. Just using it that way would present you as an authority figure. Okay, remember, you got to dominate in the marketplace when you get out there and start doing more business and competing with complete strangers. So we have a special program that researches MLS statistics, and you will receive your stats monthly, and you can go and scan that. Look, have you seen enough today to go ahead and talk to us further about Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty? Then the thing to do now is to go to yhsgrcall.com, yhsgrcall.com, and request your free complimentary breakthrough call. That's the place to start as an agent. Tools, certificate generator. So when we get questions like, oh, how's this work? How does that work? This is how it works. When you're a real estate agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed, all of our offers, all of our very special guarantees, performance guarantees, and risk reversal offers that we make the public come backed up with its very own certificate, a certificate generator. All right. For example, 100% of your asking price, or I'll pay you the difference. Click, and there it is. So I'm able to generate the certificate for the customer. If that is something that I need to pull out of my bag of tricks, so to speak, in a good way, to pull out of my Batman utility belt to fix the situation that I'm running into with this customer. Okay. So does everybody see that? So all of the guarantees and the performance guarantees that we make and we offer any consumer in the public come backed up with its very own certificates that we generate that easy right here on the coaching site. Okay, Rudy, so here we are back in our presentation on unique selling propositions. So I want to show agents here how big a deal having a brokerage name that is essentially words that attracts customers. I want to show you how big a deal that is. So a lot of people ask us, like, why would you name your company Your Home Sold Guaranteed? That's kind of weird. And it's like, is it? If you knew what I knew, it ain't weird. Like, it's like magnetic. So it's kind of like there is no brokerage name, so to speak, Remax or Keller Williams, or it's just words that the customers are attracted to. That's a good way to put it, right? But the law says you got to have a broker's name, so why not call it what the customer wants? Okay, so let's take a look at it. We're going to start by discussing this whole concept of search engine optimization. So SEO stands for search engine optimization, as everybody knows. It's the practice of increasing both the quality and quantity of traffic, period. Okay. So your brand or your brand exposure, okay, is a big deal. But we want to generate the traffic. Listen very closely. We want to generate traffic without spending the money. How can you generate traffic without spending the money? That's what SEO is. So mastering this will lead to instant business for you. So the good.
Absolutely. People pay for leads, and this, what we are leading up to now, the name itself.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine Google help you to generate traffic, buyers and sellers your way?
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Check this out. This is what a lot of people don't think. So, well, I'm getting leads right now on Google pay-per-click or paid Facebook ads. Aha, look at here. For example, of all United States searches, of all US searches, similar in Canada, but of all US searches, only 2.8% of people click on the paid ads. So here's what that means. 97% to 98% of all consumers are not clicking on the paid ads. So if you're not dominating organic in SEO, you're missing out on that much business. So consumer benefit rich brokerage name, it used to be that the brokerage name didn't even matter. But now the law says that the brokerage name must be more prominent than the agent's name. I know agents started getting fined because their brokerage name, they're hiding it, they don't mention it, and I understand why, because it doesn't get you any more business. But now, if they're going to make us promote the brokerage name more prominently than the agent, why don't we come up with the brokerage name that is worth promoting? Okay, it used to be that Google and SEO didn't even exist. Okay, well now they're not just existence, like they're pretty much dominating everything. So Google your name, and search results like Yelp will pull your information from how you're listed on the real estate commissions directory and MLS directories. You can't get away from it. Like you may show up as Todd Walters Remax, or you may show up as Todd Walters Realtor, but this is how you want to show up. Todd Walters, Your Home Sold Guarantee, or Your Home Sold Guarantee, Todd Walters. That's way better for the consumer. So the brokerage name is what your ideal customer wants at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. So I did this earlier, Rudy. Keller Williams, 198 million search results according to Google. Remax, 126 million searches. Compass, because they're in the news, 339 million search results. EXP, 352 million. Your Home Sold, 2.4 billion. So that was a pretty easy decision for us to make. After all, we did own the trademark for it. So Your Home Sold Guaranteed, when I insert the word guaranteed, it's still 665 million, twice that of anyone else in the marketplace. More business. How about the local service ads? Okay, there's Jamie in the middle. So what do you think? Well, even though the gentleman on the left, pretty solid, man, been in business for 19 years, got 162 reviews. Now, that's pretty good. Look at the guy on the right, 113 reviews. Okay, been in business for 7 years. Okay, but if I'm the customer, I just can't help but include the person in the middle in the mix. Why? Because it's the only one that's talking about me, the customer, and what I want. My home sold guaranteed. Everybody else is talking about who? Themselves. Themselves. Well, the customers want to talk about themselves too. If you want more customers, then you talk about them and what they want. So Jamie, good job. But that's what happens when you're an agent at Your Home Sold Guaranteed. It creates an unfair advantage for you and yourself showing up online like this. And we're going to help you get set up like this so that you show up this way and organically get more business. Rudy, it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool to show up online and you just don't do anything except exist, and you get people calling you saying, I want to sell my house. Can you help me?
Yes, that is the key. That's what you said just now. Because most of us thought, most real estate agents, we are looking at it from ourselves, right? From our perspective. But if you want to double, triple, 10x, 100x, right? From me to go from 10 to 500, what is that? That's like how many? So if you want to do that, you have to look at it from the perspective of the consumers. Look at this, right? From the customer, look at it. Imagine you are no longer a real estate agent. From the customer perspective, who are you going to call? And I think if you look at it from the perspective of the consumers, everything that we talk about today makes more sense.
Right. And organic. So look, only people who have built businesses understanding direct response marketing, experts at automatically and magnetically attracting an overflow of customers, experts at unique selling propositions could have launched and engineered such a thing as a real estate brokerage named Your Home Sold Guaranteed. 3 weeks of becoming an agent at the company. We coach and train you on all this works so that you can hit the marketplace and dominate. And again, if you don't want to guarantee the sale of a home or buy it, that's okay. We will. Rudy will, I will, Nathan will, we'll do it. Okay, we work together on this. That's how it works. Okay, so we're inviting you to be part of a culture that believes in accountability and over delivering to customers and clients. So in a marketplace, in a world, in an environment where a lot of real estate companies talk about agents, you know, agents, go get more agents, recruit agents, agents this and agents that. We talk about the customers because real estate agents need and want more customers, and we're going to give them to you. So, Rudy, any final comments before we wrap up this session with you?
Well, to me, Todd, it's pretty straightforward. You guys, did you guys realize this is the only company that provides a step-by-step proven system? It's called modeling, Todd, because in today's economy, in order for you to be successful, like in this real estate, for example, this is a $4 million GCI model, and we have proven it. For decades, we've been doing it. So now we're putting it into a step-by-step for you. All you need to do is just duplicate it. So to me, it's kind of a no-brainer. No-brainer means, Todd, even if you take my brain, it still makes sense. So to me, it's awesome.
All right, so join me in thanking Rudy Kazuma for his wisdom and inspiration today. Rudy, great job. You're amazing. All right, go serve big dog. Thank you.
A pleasure to be here.